Are you ruled by intuition or logic? Okay, so imagine this. You've got these two ways your brain thinks, right? Fast, like your gut, and slow, like when you actually think things through. This book, Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, is all about that. Kahneman, who won a Nobel Prize for this, basically says our brains are kind of lazy. We use the fast thinking way, called System 1, most of the time, even when we probably shouldn't. Like, we're terrible with statistics, so we make up stories to explain things that are just random. He talks about this thing called the hot hand in basketball, where we think a player is on a roll because they're good, but really, it's just luck. And get this, he says we're predictably irrational. Like, we're more afraid of losing something than excited about gaining the same thing. Makes sense, but also kinda wild, right? He calls this loss aversion, and it explains why we make some of the decisions we do. One of the most mind-blowing parts was how our memories play tricks on us. We remember the most intense parts of an experience, good or bad, and how it ended, more than how long it lasted. So we might remember a short, awful experience as worse than a longer, kind of bad one, even if it wasn't actually more painful overall. It made me wonder, like, how much do we base our decisions on how we think we'll remember something, rather than how it's actually going to be? Kahneman doesn't really give answers, more like, makes you think about all the ways your brain is messing with you. Overall, it's a fascinating book, even if it makes you feel a little less smart. It's definitely not a light read, but if you're into psychology and how our minds work, it's worth checking out. What do you think? Would you trust your gut after reading this? Let me know in the comments.